TSUTigers.com. Here with head coach Kathy Roulhac. Coach, it's been a while since our last coaches show. We've had quite a week last week. Just one set away from having a perfect week and beating Clemson at their own place. Talk about the transformation that you've seen with this team up until this point.
Well, we've been working really hard in the gym on the days that we have off, which is not very many. On the little things that's been affecting us along the way, minimizing our unforced errors and just trying to get to the point where we understand that we don't have to work as hard. We just need to be smart in all of the things that all of the phases of volleyball in which we have totally been working on to make sure we get to the point where it's a lot better than it was before. So I think the girls bought into it. They understand that we were giving away points, and so now we're trying to strategize on actually trying to keep more points than we gave away. And I think the girls are understanding the game a lot more and getting a lot smarter at what we're doing out on the volleyball court.
We've had a strong attack all year. Really felt like the defense started to come through here this past week, especially Ilianushka had 2 games of 20 or more digs.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Jamie step up, she's had a lot of double-digit dig games, and even Taylor Patterson, she had a game, I think it was against Wofford. She was 1 dig away from 20. Talk about the defense really coming through this week.
Well, I'm excited about the defense. This is the more excited I've been about defense in a while here because I'm such an offensive coach, but the girls, I told them at the beginning of the year when preseason started that we were last in defense, and I challenged them to get better. So we've been doing a lot more of transition and defensive drills just to get the girls more defensive oriented and telling them, just explaining how important it is for us to be good on defense, because honestly defense wins championships. Offense is going to be exciting and it's going to win some games, but defense is going to win the championship. So we have really been focusing on being a much better defensive team, and I think the defensive players are starting to really get excited about playing defense now and having the right attitude.
Definitely. One of the things I noticed we stepped up in, especially on defense, was blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Nisha had a great week blocking. Haley, Taylor, all of them. Talk about really them stepping up and filling. We've had a little injuries in that middle block area, but talk about them filling in for that.
Well, again, we have some surprise blocking with Tanisha Crockett, and she's new to the program and really didn't get a full understanding of how important she was until she had to actually step in. And now I think she's in a groove, and she's really liking being the playing time that she's receiving. So blocking's gotten a lot better. Again, we focused on defense, and blocking is the first line of defense. So we have really been taking some extra time and being intentional about our defensive skills and kind of what it means to us actually scoring points. So again, the girls have bought into it. Much better blocking team, and honestly the 2017 that won that championship and went to the NCAAs, one of our best attributes was blocking. So I feel like we're on our way.
Coach, it's hard to always talk about ifs, but if we win tonight, that'll be your 300th win. Talk about just what 300 means to you.
Well, you know what? I try to take one win at a time, and 300 is a lot. And I thank God for the blessing to have the opportunity to even get one win. So 300, says a lot about, kind of all the gifts that's been given and all the hard work. But I take one win at a time, one player at a time, one situation at a time. And, the same thing I tell the girls, if you're working on, as long as I'm excited about getting better, then, I'm growing. So as long as I'm growing, the girls are growing, we're all developing, and we're pushing forward for one goal, then, it can be 300 or it can be 1. And as long as we're working together for that common goal, then I feel like it's a success.
Let's take a look back. What was that first win like as a coach?
Well, that was a long time ago. I think it was 1994, and I was at North Carolina A&T, and I don't really remember the first win. And I would say the same thing I tell the girls: play like winners. I always felt like, a winner, before I decided that I was going to be a coach. So whether it be winning in academics or winning in, athletics, yeah, I feel the same way every time I win. Like satisfied. It's a great fulfillment. It's a great accomplishment. It means an opportunity to go get ready for the next competition, whatever it may be. So I just get excited. I have passion, and long as I can make somebody else better than I have won, no matter what the score says.
That's good. Let's take a look at ETSU just for a second. They got two setters with almost identical assist totals. Talk about the differences in running a 6-2 like ETSU is as opposed to a 5-1.
Well, I've always been a 5-1 type coach. I like having that consistency in the setting, and I like for all the players to be used to. I mean, it's kind of hard to get consistent anyway, and volleyball is a game of consistency because you score points on all the errors. So it's a lot of differences between a 5-1 and a 6-2. Mostly, if you're running a 6-2, then you gain an additional attacker and maybe a bit of bigger block. A lot of times you have shorter setters. If you have shorter setters, a 6-2 is probably more beneficial because it kind of gives the team the opportunity to score points when you have a smaller setter front row. So it's eliminated when you have your setters back row, but also it takes away from the setters being able to dump the ball, which I really like the whole finesse of setters being able to dump and faking you out and being able to set some balls. So, I mean, it depends on, what you like as a coach. And ETSU, I guess they feel like it's a better system for them to run a 6-2. I could run a 6-2 if I really wanted to, but I just like that consistency. I like the setter to have one leader, one captain on the court running the offense, and I think we've talked about this before, but it's kind of like having two quarterbacks. So, I mean, when you got two quarterbacks, there's always some differences on how they run the offense, and I have a vision on how I like my offense ran, and so once I get that vision, it's much easier to have that vision with one person than it is to try to have it with two trying to run the offense. So I guess it's just a matter of preference.
Sam's definitely shown an affinity for that dump shot.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome thing when you get somebody that really does a really good job with it.
All right, and we'll end today's show on a little bit of a fun note, Coach. I know coming into the huddle and celebrating points and stuff, see the girls bringing out some dance moves. Who do you think is the best dancer on the Tigers?
Wow, you know what? I really can't answer that question as much because, they play around with the dancing, but they don't really show me all of their, really dance moves. But, I would say probably the girls that are more, probably one of the leaders, probably Taylor Swayzer or Sharice Butler, Taylor Swayzer, or Naomi Wells, probably one of those three. But like I said, they don't show me all their dance moves. They give me the church dancing. They don't give me the get down and dirty dancing. And I try to bring out my dance moves every now and then, and they're like, "No, Coach, no." So I'll keep my 80s, 70s dances to myself.
All right, Coach. Well, we definitely always appreciate it, and let's go get ETSU tonight.
Thank you.